Namaste. In this video, we will explore the concept of Lagna or Ascendant from astronomical point of view. Lagna or Ascendant is the zodiac sign rising on the eastern horizon. It changes roughly every 2 hours due to Earth's rotation. We'll try to answer these points with the help of Stellarium, a physical model, and some Python scripts. As usual, let us start with the basics. We'll try to address the difference between zodiac sign and constellations. This is the Stellarium software and location is 73 degree east on the equator. We are facing eastward and it is 6 o'clock in the morning. Sun is about to rise. We can see planets Saturn and Venus and so many other stars in the sky. By the way, Stellarium allows us to view the stars even if Sun is up in the sky, though in reality it is not visible. Many civilizations identified some unique patterns among these stars. Group of stars were joined by imaginary lines to form some shape. This shape was then related to some common object or animal for simplicity. Different civilizations identified the same region with different names. In contemporary astronomy, 88 constellations were recognized by International Astronomical Union. Each constellation is a region of the sky bordered by arcs of right ascension and declination, together covering the entire celestial sphere. Here, these arcs are marked with a red line. Out of these 88 constellations, 12 are very famous. The constellations along the ecliptic are called Zodiac. Orange line on the screen represents ecliptic. It is the apparent path of the Sun across the celestial sphere over the course of the year. As you can see, the distribution of these constellations is not even. Cancer covers this region while Leo covers the larger region. Around the end of 5th century BC, astronomers divided the ecliptic into 12 equal signs. By analogy, to 12 schematic months of 30 days each. Each sign contained 30 degrees of celestial longitude. Let us understand it with the help of an example. Zodiac sign Leo is marked with the plus sign on the ecliptic. Right now, it is below the horizon. While constellation Leo, marked by imaginary lines, is already above the horizon. At this point, Leo zodiac has risen completely and next sign Virgo is about to rise. However, constellation Leo is not fully up above the horizon. Duration of Leo will be the time required to cross the horizon between these 2 points on the ecliptic. While Leo constellation very close to this region just appears to be there and its crossing of the horizon at various times is not considered at all when it comes to deciding ascendant. This region is 30 degrees of longitude. It is same for all zodiac signs. But then why the duration to cross the horizon differs for each sign? It has to do with the tilt of Earth's axis with the ecliptic. We will try to understand it better with the help of a simple model. In an earlier video on the equatorial coordinate system, we looked at the position of two important circles. First is the celestial equator, Earth's equator projected outward in space. It divides the sky into northern and southern halves. And the second one is the ecliptic, the sun's apparent path through the year as seen from Earth. Here in the model represented by the black line. These two circles are tilted relative to each other by 23.4 degrees, the same tilt as the Earth's rotational axis. They cross at 2 points. These crossing points will be important throughout this video. Vernal equinox in March and autumnal equinox in September. Instead of a transparent dome, we will use this plastic ball. It will be our celestial sphere. Assume that we are observing a celestial sphere from outer space. Horizontal strip with markings up to 360 degree represents a celestial equator. This second strip is divided into 12 equal parts. This will be our ecliptic and has zodiac names written on it. This point is vernal equinox. It is also known as the first point of Aries. Other zodiac signs follow uniformly. On the other side, we have the autumn equinox and 6 zodiac signs of the ecliptic. This is the winter solstice. And this one, summer solstice. These positions were there in the year 300 AD. But due to precession of equinoxes, these positions have shifted by 24 degrees as of today. Let us move the strip a bit to accommodate that. This is how the zodiac is placed on the ecliptic today. We call these as Nirayana zodiac signs or sidereal zodiac. Another system is the Sayana or tropical zodiac, followed in Western astrology. We'll consider this later. In another video titled Simple Armillary Sphere, we visualized how celestial spheres, ecliptic, and other lines can be seen from any place on Earth. We'll reuse the same setup. This plane represents horizon at a given latitude. For a person at the equator, this is how the sky changes. Stars rise in the east and set in the west. Observe how the ecliptic is moving with respect to the horizon. The angle at which any arc rises with respect to the horizon is crucial. The arc near equinoxes rise at a deeper angle, while the ones at the solstices rise with a shallow angle. This angle decides the rising duration for a given zodiac. The signs near the equinox points, which are Pisces, Aries, cross the horizon most steeply. These are the signs of short ascension. The zodiac signs near the summer and winter solstice points are Cancer, Leo, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. These signs cross the horizon at the shallowest angle. These are called signs of long ascension. For the latitude of 10 north, this is how the ecliptic will rise at the horizon. As we move away from the equator towards the pole, this angle changes. For higher latitudes, we can see that some signs never set and some never rise. The tilt of 23.4 degrees is what creates this difference. Let us take help of Stellarium to visualize various data points captured through Python script. Location is 73 East and equator. On 20th of March, Pisces and Virgo have the same duration, that is 111 minutes, while Gemini and Sagittarius has a duration of 129 minutes. Observe the angle made by these signs with the horizon. Every seventh sign in the table has the same duration. This symmetry is only at the equator. For higher latitudes, it is no longer the case. Location is Pune, India with 18.5 degree north and 73 east. On 20th March, Pisces and Virgo have different durations. That is 95 minutes and 126 minutes respectively. Observe the angle made by these signs. The angle is different. Though they are near the equinox point, durations are different. This can be attributed to the latitude change from the equator. Let us observe how duration changes with the hemisphere. We'll compare Aries at two locations keeping the longitude same. One is at 18.5 degree north and other at 18.5 degree south. As angle made with the horizon is different, duration changes. So far, we have been looking at ascension times at one moment in the year. But the picture changes with the seasons. As Earth orbits the Sun, the entire ecliptic appears to shift along the horizon by about 1 degree per day. This changes when each sign is going to rise. That means its clock time of rising shifts throughout the year. Watch Aries rise in Pune on 4 key dates. Duration is same, but rising time shifts earlier by almost 6 hours in each step. Now we come to the longest time scale in the video. Everything we have discussed so far, like long and short ascension, latitude differences, seasonal variation, operates on a human time scales, hours, days and months. But there is a much slower wobble built into the Earth itself. Earth's rotational axis is not fixed. It traces a slow circle in the sky, like the wobble of a spinning top that is beginning to slow down. This wobble takes around 26,000 years to complete one full circle. It is called precession of the equinoxes. Because the axis wobbles, the celestial equator also wobbles with it. And because the celestial equator wobbles, the 2 points where it crosses the ecliptic, the vernal and autumnal equinoxes, slowly migrate along the zodiac. At the moment of this migration, our model here shows it beautifully. Watch how the equinox point slides backward along the zodiac signs on the periphery. Around 2000 years ago, when the Western zodiac system was being codified, the vernal equinox sat in the constellation Aries. That is why Aries is still called the first sign of the zodiac. But the equinox has since drifted backward, and today it sits in Pisces, approaching Aquarius. We can use this simulation as well to visualize the same thing better. In this geocentric model, Sun is revolving around the Earth, which itself is rotating around itself. Outermost ring represents 27 nakshatras, which are stationary. Ring next to that has 12 zodiac signs, which represent Nirayan Rashi system or sidereal zodiac. Third inner ring represents Sion or Western zodiac signs. These are closely tied to the seasons as well as Gregorian calendar. 4 cardinal points are also marked on the same, 2 equinoxes and 2 solstices. Around 300 AD, these two things matched perfectly. With time, you can see how Sion zodiac, calendar and seasons are moving backwards. Vernal equinox is now moving towards sidereal zodiac sign of Aquarius. The same phenomena can also be visualized with the help of Stellarium. Round yellow circles are Sion signs. Cyan colored plus symbol represents Nirayan signs. Observe how rise time as well as distance between two signs differ as we move across centuries. Here, they are together around 285 AD. In the year 800, the difference is around 7 degrees, and this difference keeps growing. In 1800, this difference was 21 degrees, and now it is 24 degrees. In year 2500, it will be 30 degrees. One full sign has moved due to the precession. This phenomena has direct consequence for ascension. The long ascension signs of today were not long ascension signs of 2000 years ago. And in another 13,000 years, that is halfway through the precession cycle, long and short ascension signs will have completely swapped. London is at 51 north and 0 east. Duration for Pisces is just 51 minutes, while that of Leo is 171 minutes. Perth is in the southern hemisphere at 33 degrees south and 115 degrees east. Duration of Virgo is 81 minutes, while that of Pisces is 144 minutes. Short ascension signs are now long ascension signs in the southern hemisphere. For very high latitudes, some signs rise at the same time. Here, at 66 degrees south and 115 degrees east, from Cancer to Sagittarius, signs are rising almost instantly. We started by watching the horizon. Some signs rising quickly, others slowly. Now you know why. One tilted path, four consequences. Long and short ascension. The angle of the ecliptic at the horizon determines how long each sign takes to rise. Latitude. The closer you are to the poles, the more extreme the difference becomes, until some signs barely rise at all. Seasonal variation. As Earth orbits, the ecliptic shifts, and the same sign rises at different times of the year. However, duration remains the same. Precession. Over 26,000 years. Signs with long ascensions shift to the signs with short ascension, and vice versa, as the vernal equinox drifts around the entire zodiac. The sky you see tonight is the snapshot of a system that has been in a slow, graceful motion for billions of years. The more you learn to read it, the more it has to say. Thank you.